Hey, what's up, Kamu here, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to show you more games of the deck that I showed you yesterday, which was this 37 card deck of Selanor. And I really think this deck is strong if we draw the right cards. But as I said yesterday too, the mulligan and drawing the wrong cards is really the problem of this deck. But if we draw well, like in this case, we are totally fine, and then this deck is really powerful. But of course you want to get rid of the commandos. I want to get rid of rain. And even this is not the best card, or not the best hand, because we want to get rid of some of the cards. It's still very decent compared to other scenarios.
Crush those vermin!
I think it's always a good idea to play the Convenience Sergeant first.
Stand and fight!
So he's eating his own Arakas. I think we could play rain. I think it's actually a good option. So he plays the Archgriffin, which is totally fine and totally expected. I think this round will take longer, and therefore we can play Tris Butterfly.
I'll do what I can.
So he ate all geared, which means he had some carryover and some strong one. I think we should play the field medic now. Or should we? Usually we want to overcome our opponent. Yeah, I think we do that.
Like a swine in that jacket.
So that was not a good one. That was actually the worst one we could have got. Okay, so he plays a Necker, and we really want to get rid of the fog. Seems like he doesn't want to give us this round. I think this would be a good pass for him. I really wish I had a Reaver Scout now. I think we don't need the reinforcement for anything else, or nothing important, and therefore I played for getting the Reaver Scout. Let's do that, and then let's get this one.
Regroup!
It seems like slowly but surely the tides are turning and we are getting in the lead. He really plays some powerhouses here. That's not so good for us. We could gain 12 power. We cannot play the Witchers because we need them for the last round. We might consider playing the Thala. I think we can stay ahead if we play the Thala.
I see you've thought about this.
I would prefer the Sergeant.
Aye, aye, sir.
So now that means that we definitely have to win this round. We cannot lose, because if we lose, then we lose the game. Because we would need 3 cards to overcome his power in round 2. Which means that we can play the Convenience Sergeant now, because that's actually the strongest card. sad that I have 2 Witchers. That is really, really bad for us. But I think we can pass now. Okay. So he wants even more carryover, but I hope that he miscalculated. He probably forgot about Triss, which is pretty good for us. Yeah, that's what we needed. That was the good part, to play the Kadveni and then to have all these units being buffed by Triss. So he has almost 60 power. So we for sure pass. Of course we don't gain any card advantage now. Ah, okay. So he will have a bunch of points in round 3. He will have the Necker. Or actually, oh no, he ate 1. Right, he ate 1. But he got 35 power. That's really, really good for him. I think this is the weakest, but I really don't want to draw a Witcher. But actually this is kinda useless. That's better. Okay, so we can play a golden card, I think. We can also play the Rain. I think playing the Rain is better. Because it accumulates damage over time. So let's do that.
Doubt I'll ever pay off these school loans.
Okay, now it's our turn. So this can only
Tell me you jest.
be placed on a bronze card,
for less.
which means we can play it now. Now we have the death mode.
As you command, Your Majesty.
So it's only 6, but thunder is 7. If I played death mode first, I would have gained 1 power.
With pleasure.
But I guess it doesn't matter. So we buffed the Witchers. And the rest doesn't matter. And we win the game. Very, very good. By the way, in the last game we really saw how important it is to pass at the right moment. And we did so, and therefore we won. But if we didn't know that we had to win round 1, maybe we would have passed early and maybe we would have just lost, like 2-0. Okay, so here we are in the next game, and in this game that I want to show you is a game where we had a really bad mulligan. So we have to get rid of the cavalry, we have to get rid of the commando, and we have to get rid of usually Rain, but also we have to get rid of the infantrymen. So we don't have enough mulligans to get rid of everything we want to get rid of. These games are usually the difficult games with this type of deck, because if we get the draws right, this is just insane. But if we don't, and that happens quite a lot because we have 37 cards in this deck, then we have to play a little bit more tricky. And we really have to get as much edge as we possibly can from it. But the general strategy is still the same. We really want to win the first round.
Press those vermin.
So play the Foltest, even though it's low as his first card, and then we play the Kadvini Sergeant. And again, it doesn't really matter that much if it is slow,
Stand
because
and
we
fight.
definitely want to win this round. We definitely want to win round 1,
Hold the line.
and then we want to bleed him in round 2,
My folk have suffered.
and then we want to win with our winning condition in round 3.
Let the dance begin.
Aye, aye, sir.
So he got 20 points ahead, and we got the cavalry now, which is really good. And we actually can play the last Cadvini Sergeant. Should we play something else? Maybe this one, maybe Torrential Rain.
The time of the white frost and white light is nigh.
So he clears. Oh, actually, he plays the fog. Yeah,
Elves must
we can
die!
clear it ourselves.
Death to Old One!
So you can clear it too. Interesting. Usually, you should have cleared it earlier, I think. Unfortunately, we cannot get another blue stripe scout. So even though the plan is to win round 1, sometimes we just have to change our minds. I don't think that we should change it now, but I think there's definitely a chance that we will do that once he played another card.
We were not the ones to start this.
So he plays a Spilots. That's interesting because it changes a lot. Because now we are down in cards as soon as we play one. And in this scenario, usually what you want is you're ahead. And if you pass, your opponent goes down 1 card. But if he somehow manages to increase his power above your power, then you cannot pass and he has to play another card. So this would be worse than now. A better scenario would be, for example, if we play and he passes. But usually this doesn't happen. What usually happens is he tries to overcome us in power. And I think we still can play the Aratasura Adept. For sure. So this is a point where if he plays something now and we pass, that he might have to play 2 other cards. In this case, that would be better than it was before we played the Aretusa Adept. But okay, he gives us a round. That was the plan in the first place. Now I really hope I get the Tala, so that we gain more card advantage. Because, as I said, the plan is in round 3 to milk our opponent.
Let the dance begin!
Don't really need the rain, I really want the Tala, so... Okay. So I don't want to play this one because it has more power if we play it if there are more minions on board. Of course, this is our winning condition. It doesn't matter when we play it, as first or second. This we probably want to play, but probably not right now, because just in case he plays something like weather, usually he doesn't, but if so, then we don't want it on this specific row, so we play it last. Or very, very late. This is probably for Tala. I think we shouldn't play the Tala now. Because I want the value from Triss. Okay, so what did he eat? He ate, okay, a blue strap scout. That's totally fine for us. I think now is the time that we can play the Tala.
Mean they've not forgotten me. That's nice.
Oh, so we can choose between the death mode and infantryman, and of course we want the death mode. Because infantryman we'll get from the deck anyways.
Vryhead!
So now 1 mini is out and we can play the Triss.
Death to humans!
So we can play the death mode now. We definitely will play the Dandelion, we definitely will play the Venered Roach in this round. I'm not sure about the infantryman, probably not. Probably not. So that means that we will play 2 cards and our rain will be 6 damage. So it means that
As you command, Your Majesty.
it's better to use the Ulcer Thunder.
Yorvith will guide us.
Okay, so we play the Dandelion.
Famous last words, right?
Of course we buff the Witchers. And we buff an Infantryman. Oh wow, so he plays the Villain Trap Merit. That's really interesting. Our Baron Roach is not worth anything. I think we can just play him.
None shall tread on us.
So now is the point where we definitely want to pass. We have a huge winning condition now, and that is the Infantryman plus the Witchers. That's usually very, very strong. We definitely don't want to mulligan, because keep in mind, we don't want to draw any Witcher or any Infantryman, because these would be dead draws. So then this card would actually be worth nothing, and we cannot risk this. I'll play the Witchers.
Now that's the kind of negotiating I understand.
26 power.
Brian!
So now we can play the Temerian Footman.
I don't want to die.
And then we can play the Field Medic.
Humans!
Or if it's enough, then we can just pass. So these two games, as you saw, the mulligans were fine and the draws were fine. And in these cases, this deck is really strong. If it's not going our way, then we have to try to get rid of all the cards that are worth nothing in situations where it doesn't really matter. And we have to watch out and take care of this. So I hope you enjoyed this. I really think that you should play this deck. I think it's really interesting and it's really good. So what's left to say is have a great day and bye.